Elie, we've already seen so many of these damaging texts and emails from Fox executives and hosts in the case in which they acknowledge that the nonsense they were putting on their air and putting guests on their air sharing, they knew to be false. If you were a Fox attorney defending Fox, how would you feel going into jury selection this week about your case?
I'd feel queasy, Jake. I would not want to be in the position of defending Fox here. I think they're headed for a full-blown journalistic and legal disaster. It is very difficult to successfully sue a media outlet for defamation in this country. What you have to prove is what we call actual malice, meaning the statements were false and the defendant made those statements knowingly or with reckless disregard of the truth. Now, that's a very high bar, but here we have Fox's own texts in black and white where they call the election fraud claims, and I quote, nuts, insane, BS. And so you contrast that with the things that Fox said on air, and I think Fox is in a very difficult position here. Now,
the judge granted partial summary judgment to Dominion in this case. What does that mean? How significant is it?
Well, that's a big win for Dominion because the judge has now ruled as a matter of law and fact, these statements about election fraud were false. That's not even going to the jury. So the judge will tell the jury, I instruct you, jury, these statements were false. Your only job is to decide that actual malice question. Did Fox know or were they reckless? And so with that ruling, Dominion's really halfway to where they need to get.
Are we going to hear, do you think, from some of the high-profile names in the case, whether it's Rupert Murdoch or Sean Hannity?
Absolutely. Rupert Murdoch, the judge ruled, has to testify. Sean Hannity is on both sides' witness list. Maria Bartiromo and others are very likely witnesses. And Jake, when someone's a news anchor, they're sort of used to asking the questions and to dictating what the topics will be. Let me tell you, the tables are going to be turned when those folks are sitting in the witness box. It will not be up to them when the questioning is over. It will not be up to them what the topic will be. They're going to be at the mercy of the judge and the lawyers.
Bill Barr, the former attorney general, who's been pretty clear about these lies being lies, he wrote an op-ed saying that he did not think that this would be a good decision for journalism writ large if Dominion wins. I don't know if you read his case, but you've heard the First Amendment arguments. What do you think of them?
I disagree. I think that the First Amendment needs to be very broad. It should be broad. We in the media take advantage of the First Amendment as we should. It's part of our system, but it's not limitless. And if, as the allegation is here, any outlet or any person lies knowing that it is false, then yes, there can be civil consequences. So I disagree with Attorney General Barr on that.